Hey y'all, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're from, wherever it is in your country. I want to have a little coffee this morning with y'all, and we off from work today. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. And I want to give my thoughts on mahogany. Okay. Um, Good morning, Bam. Hope you're doing all right. I want to talk about the situation about the young lady named Mahogany Jackson, And I'm not gonna I'm gonna talk real. I'm gonna talk real. I was listening to the show yesterday. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I was listening to the show yesterday on ratchet TV, and I was kind of getting discouraged a little bit. I was getting discouraged behind what I was listening to. I was listening to Vito. I remember Vito from a long way back with Tony, with a guy named Tony when Tony got shot. Uh, no, it go a long way. So and then I was listening to a young lady named Blue, and one thing I do want to say is I like how Reggie conducted his show. I liked it how he conducted. I'm glad he back to being Reggie, the Reggie that I know. I like for him to be professional like that, and he was good to both parties on the show. But I think that the young lady who was talking, uh, she was trying to tell y'all a story that she wanted to put the truth out there, but then too, she trying to say she didn't care what happened to her. Okay, she was trying to say that she didn't care what happened to her, but she do care. Ratchet even gave the young lady warning sign that not to go to the funeral, and that's what I want to speak on. That I like how he was conducting the show. He was putting it out there to her not to go. Gave her alert, gave her a warning not to go. And I just don't understand, y'all, the young people these days, when they have warning sign, when they have people who alert them what to do, what direction to take. And Reggie was begging her, even Vito was begging her not to come to the funeral. And she said, "Yeah, I'm coming." But then she contradicted herself. See, it's something else about the young lady uh, that she hiding something. She hiding something from us. See, she hiding something from us. She says one thing, and Blue, the girl named Blue, uh, she hiding something from us that I understand what uh Reggie and Vito was saying. Um, yeah, 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 bam. Um, I like things that Vito was saying. Vito was saying they don't want to talk about that no more. It's the next phase that they are taking behind what happened to Mahogany. Now, y'all, let me tell you, put it like that, like this. Listen to what happened to. Listen to what I heard on Reggie's show last night. Um, it's amazing how these young people don't care. It still don't care. And Mahogany didn't have to put herself in a situation like that. And then things like that shouldn't have happened to her like that. But also, Blue allegedly said that she told her not to go over there. But deep down in my heart, listening to the young lady speak yesterday, she still had some involvement in the situation. To me, Blue still should be involved in this because her name came up. Mahogany, okay, your homeboy was married to Mahogany Mama. Now, Mahogany is 20 years old. Okay, y'all. Let me go on before I forget. Listen to Blue yesterday. Blue thought like I understand what his name Vito was saying. Mahogany thought it was funny. For a moment there, she thought that, when people live their life a certain way, it's funny to them. What happened ain't hit them yet because that's the kind of life that they are living. That's the kind of life that they're living. That's the kind of life that they see. That's the life it is to be. And it's going to be up to you young people to make y'all mind up. See, your mama can't say, your mama can only say a little bit. Only thing your mother can do is say a little bit. And I don't want nobody talking about her mama put her in the street. It's not that the matter of fact her mama put her in the street. If she didn't want to do what her mama say do, and she want to do what she want to do, then she needs to be a place. She need to find her own place to live. And I'm not going to blame it on her mom. Because her mom told her, I know her mom told her, you need to stay off around them folks. And what tripped me out was she went back around them people. She went back around them people when a lot of people had removed themselves from around them kind of people. Them ain't no good people. Them ain't no good people. Anybody that also including Mahogany. I get my condolences to her mom, to her family and everything, but she wasn't on get a good shoe either. She wasn't on good in no good position herself. And she didn't have to go over there to prove herself to none of them girls. Mahogany didn't have to go over there. And I never been in the lesbian world, and I never been in the lesbian world. I don't know how it works. I don't know what they do, but that's the kind of world that they was living in right there in like a triangle that I can't explain. Blue knew what was up. Blue thought they was only going to beat that girl up once it went too far. Now, see, you know what? Bam. Okay. I said the same thing what Bam saying. Deep down, the way that girl was talking, she knew what was going to happen. She knew what was going to happen. Blue knew she knew what was going to happen. She didn't know, like I agree with you 100%. She did not know that it was going to go that far. Somebody still should have stood up and said, hey man, we going too far, man. And then nobody say that. Then nobody, even Blue didn't even call on the phone. Even Blue didn't call on the phone and say, hey man, why don't y'all stop, man? What y'all doing over there? But you knew what happened. You knew what happened, so you're not gonna get out of this, Blue. You're not gonna get out of this. Because you still should have called over there and say, hey Mariah, hey State, whatever, Deja, y'all, what y'all doing? No, she didn't say that. You could have came in and said, no, she didn't say that. I said that. Even though you got that call from the dudes, you knew what was going on. You knew what was going on. And the way y'all was attacking Vito last night, and Reggie, you shouldn't even put no vote on there. Is Mahogany telling the truth, or either uh uh Blue telling the truth? Don't do that. Don't do that when you're trying to get information. It's not about the point of whose side you on. It's getting that information, exposing the information, and putting the information out there, not to vote on the right. Both. At least Vito put the when Vito spoke up like he did, he gave me more information on what had happened. Now the girl Blue, before I even knew her, her talk, I was appreciating what Vito was doing, coming out there, putting it out there. I don't think Mahogany originally went over uh Taja house. I think she went to Brandon Pope house. She did first, and they took her to date Tasia house. Hey, Lindsay. I don't care where she went over to the boy house first. And the thing is, what was Mahogany? What were her things she was supposed to be doing? That's one thing about Mahogany. She seemed like she kind of hard head. And sometimes, y'all, we lay in our own beds. Sometimes we set our own self up. She shouldn't even went over there. She shouldn't even went over the boy house. All of them in the clique together. She shouldn't have went over that period. She should have stayed at home and played with her daughter. But she had to prove herself. All of it is a shenanigan. All of it was just a shenanigan. Listening to it on Reggie's show yesterday. I mean, it's not to say that this was good, this was bad. It was our people. What happened? What took place? Somebody should have said, "Hey, man, y'all stop. Y'all, man, this enough. This enough, man. Y'all, that's enough." But once they finished, they wasn't completely finished. Why that boy had to shoot in the head? Why that boy had to do that? Or was it a girl did it? Was it a boy did it? Why? Why did he have to go out that way with her? He could have let her go. Why he couldn't let her live? Why he didn't let her live? The guy who locked up. All of them need to be punished. Listen to this yesterday on Reggie's show. Really kind of like tore my heart up on the inside to see that how far a young person would go. And even though she was warned not to even go to the funeral, she said she was going to the funeral. That girl better not no need to take her behind to. Why you gonna take yourself in a trap? And I don't want nobody who's sitting beside me to say nothing to me because I don't want to see Mahogany like that. You don't care. If you care, you wouldn't want to see her like she was. If you didn't care, you would have called her on the phone and said, Mahogany, what are you doing? Even though you say you call her, she hid that phone somewhere. She hid her phone. She knew she was going to die. She knew it. She knew it was in her world. when she went over there. She knew that was going to happen. And it's amazing how they are still 20 and 19 years old and 21-year old, still playing high school games. And how y'all was attacking you said no way she texts her mom. Why you say that? I don't believe she texts her mom either. I don't believe she did all that texting, damn. I don't believe she did all that texting. Based on what you said in Clubhouse, she wasn't no saint, and it was just her turn. The killing part went too far. And right, but see, I wasn't in the clubhouse, Lindsay. I wasn't in the clubhouse at all. I don't get into that mess. She never had that phone on her. How again, once she got there. That's what I'm saying. How the girl gonna do all that? Use her phone. How is she gonna use her phone? How is she using a phone like this? Hey, mama, come get me over here because they about to kill me. She ain't had her phone. That girl didn't call her mama. I'll tell them a lie. I don't believe none of all the officers need to lock all of them up. Everybody who was in that room need to be locked up. Everybody in that room should be charged with something. Because this went too far. This went too far. Channels are replaying the Clubhouse audio. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because listening to it last night on Ratchet TV show, it gave me a nightmare. It gave me a nightmare of how we sitting on there and we was and I like how the young lady was telling a young lady was on there trying to tell Blue, even tried to talk to Blue and told Blue, close your mouth. The Blue said the mama told me to be quiet, and then like Vito said, why are you talking? You're the only one talking about this. You are the only one talking about this, Blue. Why are you talking? Because she guilty. It's a guilty conscience. And she thought it was funny. I don't care what y'all say. She thought it was funny. Nobody who do something like that and who watch somebody like and then what like that happen, let something happen like that, do not care about you. Then she got upset and said Mahogany grown. She knows she grown. She can do whatever she wants. She don't like Mahogany no way. Blue the one keep bring it up because her guilt. She has a guilty conscience. Her name came up in this mess. Her name came up in this mess. Her name was in the conversation, and she ain't innocent. She is not innocent. If she didn't want to talk, she would have been got off of that line last night. She would have been got off that line last night. I hope she go to jail. And look, y'all, look how fast Blue got a phone. They took 2 phones from Blue. They have tried to stop Blue from talking. Blue keep bringing this up. Blue done got another phone that quick. That's right, Lindsay. And everybody telling her mom, the girl on that last night said, Blue, stop talking about it. Vito said, stop talking about it. Everybody saying, stop talking about it. I guarantee you, she not finished talking about it. In the funeral today, she shouldn't be in that church. She shouldn't be that Ratchet even tried it. The content creator tried to warn her not to go. Actually, her name didn't come up. She did. Her name did come up. Blue name was in the whole thing. Blue name. That's the only thing Mahogany was saying, and they just said, "Well, I'm not blue." In other words, you're not gonna talk to me like you talking to Blue. She did. I heard the whole thing. Can't nobody tell me. She shouldn't. Blue name is all in his thing. That's all I heard. And I don't know that girl. I don't know that girl from yellow or pink or purple. All I know, her name kept coming up. And I said, well, who is Blue? And then when I seen a bald head girl doing something, I said, that's her. That's who Mahogany, even Mahogany and another girl, I guess that allegedly was Deja. They went to the store to fight somebody. When they went to the store to fight somebody, see, Mahogany was messy too. Mahogany was messy. Mahogany was messy. She put herself in situations, and God worked in a mysterious way. I'm gonna tell you something, Bam. Mahogany Blue is the queen of this situation. Blue knew exactly what was gonna go down. Yeah, they said she was trying to set her up too, but Blue would. This what women do. He said, she said, they said. That's how they do. He said, she said, they said. In other words, why Mahogany bringing up Blue name to Deja? Because Blue said it. See, Blue should have kept her mouth shut. I don't care what nobody say. Blue need to be investigated. She need to be investigated thoroughly. She need to be investigated thoroughly because her name continuously to come up. Even though she said they were trying to set her up, she even tried to see sometimes women wait till late to try to get out of something where they shouldn't even say it nothing. See, Mahogany two-faced too. All of them connected together. And like Blue think it's funny. Why it's hurting us, it's funny to her. She don't care. Like Vito told y'all last night, she don't care. She don't care what happened to her. She don't care. Y'all think that girl care. She don't care. She don't care nothing about how her life is now. She don't care. She don't care. She told y'all last night. She told you last night without telling y'all last night. Well, whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna do it. Oh, and I don't want nobody to. I don't want to see Mahogany like what, like that. You don't want to see Mahogany like what? Mahogany not gonna look like she did when they were beating on her at the funeral. Blue, Blue told them girls Mahogany tried to set up Tasia. But I believe Blue lied because she wanted them to beat Mahogany up. Blue is the queen of the shenanigan. Blue is the queen of the shenanigan because Blue had no got out of it and Mahogany took Blue place. And they went too far. That's all. It was just like, in other words, it's supposed to be like a I'm supposed to be kicked in. Because I'm about to be the next queen to this thing. Blue need to be investigated. Blue need to be investigated thoroughly. She in this. She's in this. And Deja and them girls did not have to go that far. Somebody could have stopped it. For that boy to do what he did, it's some more to this. For the shooter to do what he did at the end, it was more to this story. It's another part of the story that Mahogany know that we don't know for in order to take her out like that. Something that Mahogany knows in order for that boy to shoot her in her head like that. In order to shoot that girl in her head like that. It's something else missing out of the piece of the puzzle. And guess what? It's the robbery. It's the robbery. That robbery that Mahogany was involved in. See, these ain't no good people that we talking about. These ain't no good people. Mahogany not even good. That's when you place yourself in a situation, and that's go and like Vito said, that's not street stuff that they were doing. That's not street stuff. Anything that we do, we protect women and kids. That's street stuff right there. That right there, what they came out and tell you for a tangle. And y'all got to think about too, the baby daddy. The baby daddy, what kind of baby daddy? Who got a baby by Mahogany? Even though Blue said that Mahogany tried to set her up. So you said Blue told them girls Mahogany tried to set up Tasia. See, all on Two-Face. All on Two-Face. All on going with each other. All on going with each other. This person like this person. You got to find out who the man in the relationship and who this, who over this, who is the proof. All that right there wasn't necessary. All that right there wasn't necessary. And you know what? YouTube and Maker. I think Maker, Maka, I don't know who that is. I'm like Vito now. Them ain't okay. But the thing is that they need to take this off they shouldn't show no video. That's just respect to the family. The mama said, told the Blue to stay off the internet. She can't stay off the internet because she's scared. And she don't want y'all to know that. She don't want the people to know that she's scared. She don't want people to know that she's scared. I know she ain't going to that funeral. I know she better not be no fool to go to that funeral. She better not be no fool to go to that funeral. Now, why you gonna walk yourself up into the trap? And tell me, I don't want to see her like that. Come on, didn't nobody call the police? Didn't nobody call the police, tell the police where they were? And you talking about you just not found out Saturday. Then you change your mind and say, I found out Sunday. They showed them video so we could see if we recognize them folks. That's how. Well, Vito said that he put the video out there. Vito said they put their video out there because they already knew who they were. They already all them people already know who them people is. All of them stay in the same apartment. Everybody out there in Birmingham know who them folks were. All of them sit with their bad breath and talk to each other every morning, every day, every second, every hour. That's why Vito said he put the video out there. Now, if it weren't for Vito, I wouldn't know much as I know. If it weren't for Vito, I wouldn't have known much like I know. Vito, when I seen Vito video, and I know that's why Vito said they ain't talking about it now. They on their next stage. They on their next stage to this situation. And said the only reason why he was on Ratchet show yesterday because Blue shouldn't be talking. Blue need to stay off the internet. Blue need to stay off the internet. I don't want that video on my channel. I don't want that video on my channel. I don't want it. Crazy part is Shania from the other side of town with some good people. You know what? Make it so bad is that make it so bad is these girls need to stop. You know, where they choose their life to live, or how they choose their life to be, or who they choose to do it with, or how they choose to be with, or who they want to be with. Y'all sticking children in it. Now that little girl don't have a clue that her mama is not her mama is not here no more. Mahogany didn't have no business taking her butt over that boy house. She should have stayed at home. She had on her pajamas. Like it was more like, hey, just wear what you got, put on what you gotta put on, and we'll come and get you. Cause Mahogany didn't have a car. Mahogany didn't have a car. Put on something, slip on something, just slide on. I didn't want you to come over here with me, ride with me. So the dude who came over there and picked her up, Blue told you not to go over there, Mahogany. Blue told you not to go over there. You know what kind of people you dealing with, because you part of them. Mahogany just as hard head than the rest of them. Mahogany just as hard. It's just like when you lay your bed, you lay in the bed, you lay your bed, and that's what happened. She laid in it. And God took her away from him. And she was still talking like, oh, you beat me, so you need to leave me alone. All that mouth, see. All that mouth. Them folks already did what they had to do. What only thing do had to leave it on. And just like Vito said, Blue should have kept her mouth shut. Stay off that internet, just like Mahogany Mama said. Stay off the internet. They got to get on that internet. Now the only thing you gonna hear is now they need to take that. They need to pull that. YouTube need to pull YouTube, Facebook. Everybody need to pull that. Nobody should want to see nothing like that. Nobody should want to see nothing like that. They need to pull that video. Need to pull that video off. Put it down. The set up part came when them boys took her from Brandon house. Now, what boys took her from Brandon house to Tasia house? I don't think she knew she was going to Tage. I believe she do. I believe she did know she was going to Tage's house. Who is the boys that took her? Who came to pick her up? So that means that the boy who house she went over set her up too. It was a whole setup. It was a whole setup. Let's get her out the house. The thing was, let's get her out the house. I know how to get her out the house. Let's call what's his name, tell him to get her over there. She knew she was gonna get set up. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, all them ain't her friends. She know that. She want her. She want them. Want her friends. Them want her friends. She was talking about her and Blue was talking about these folks anyway. She know Deja didn't care nothing about her. She was saying that Deja saying, see, you up there talking about something to Blue. She said, well, I ain't Blue. You keep bringing up Blue. Like, in other words, my name is in this. That's what Deja was trying to say. My name is in this. And Mahogany kept saying Blue, Blue, Blue. But Deja and Mahogany ain't no good themselves. Neither one of them ain't no good because they did something to somebody else. They jumped on the girl. Mahogany and Deja, they jumped on somebody. What goes around, come back around. And it came right back in this circle. What goes around came back around, and it bam, crashed and collide. All back from the beginning. That's all it is. What goes around, come around. What you did to somebody, it gonna be done to you. So whoever they robbed, whoever they jumped on at the store, Mahogany. That's the kind of life these girls choosing. It's the kind of life they living. It's the kind of life you living. And like Vito said, them ain't no good girls. Shit, you think they care? We probably care because we humans. We don't put ourselves in no mess like that. Messy. He said, she said, and you think I'm gonna be sitting up there talking about see Blue, girl, please. You should have stayed at home anyway. But now you had to go stick your business all over this way and that way, and you had on your pajamas. Didn't that have this and I don't want to hear nothing like I don't want to see nothing like this happen to nobody. But last night, Blue enjoyed this. I'm just gonna tell y'all. Last night, listen to it on Reggie show. I really couldn't go to sleep. I was just listening. I was listening to it on Reggie show, and it was numerous a time when this girl who was on there kept on saying, "Blue, stop talking about it." Yeah, that's her mama told me not to stop. Her mama told me not to talk about it. And just like Vito said, why you still talking about it? Said, we're not even talking about it. You the only one talking about this, Blue. You are the only one on the internet talking about this. We here in Birmingham already don't move to the next phase. You still stuck right here because you know how you innocent. And then she trying to put the boy in it who called and told her about it. I know you're trying to put nobody in it. You all in it too. Your name in it, but see, you think you slick. How you did it. And anyway, see, Mahogany took your place. Now you trying to say Mahogany set you up. It's a whole lot of he said, she said when you mix up in that kind of stuff like that. Now on the internet, they need to cut that. They talking about Look at it. Blue scared for real, trying to play tough. Yeah, she knows she last night. She was scared. Oh, no, they ain't scared. She don't want them to know she's scared. Trying to play tough last night. Saying like she a man. She was trying to play tough last night. And Reggie said, don't go to the funeral. You shouldn't go to the funeral. Don't go. Because your life is, I'm telling you now, your life is in danger. Yours too, Vito. Reggie said, yours too, Vito. So it's not like he's not getting them a warning. She don't care. She laughs. Blue would laugh too. Blue don't care because she in it. Talking about, I don't want nobody to touch me or say nothing to me at the funeral because I don't want to see her like that. Like what? Like that. Like what? She gonna be looking pretty. That's what you don't want to see her looking pretty? She gonna be looking pretty. Y'all sitting there with them nappy heads and stuff and just don't make no sense. You know, well, she gonna be looking good at the funeral, though. You just shouldn't show up. No, her mama gonna have her looking laid. And now I hear people about her mama put her. So what her mama put her out? These girl got so much mouth. These days, these mamas ain't got to put up with their daughter 20-year-old mouth. Talking back to your mama, cussing your mama out and stuff like that. You don't need to be in your mama house. Do what you've been doing, but don't bring that mess to my house. That's right. Mama had every right to say that. Get out of my house. Take that man somewhere else. That because her mama don't choose to live no life like that. Who want that stuff in their house? Your daughter stealing and killing and hitting, beating up people, robbing folks. Don't bring that to my house. Don't even want you to know where I live. Y'all can't be mad at her mama. And talking about, look at the clubhouse. Look at the club. They need to take that mess out the clubhouse. Nobody want to see nobody doing nothing like that to that girl. The girl spitting out on her like that. And then here y'all is talking about other people, the way they doing us and all that stuff. And y'all saying that they send up that committing a crime. That's a crime. That's a sting operation. And everybody just, then she tried to put it on the marijuana. The marijuana make me, I smoke and I smoke and I don't remember. Man, please, y'all smoke like y'all ain't getting high. Just puff, 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 puff. Like y'all ain't feeling nothing. Don't even bring that on no marijuana. Don't even do that. Using your right, man. Don't try to cover yourself up. See, Blue, that's why Blue couldn't stay off the internet. Blue can't stay off this internet because she's guilty. Because she's guilty. And it's some more left out of this. And the boy who shot her, no more than what's going on. And they stole from that girl. They stole off of her. They stole off of Mahogany. Mahogany had no business with her butt over there anyway. Oh, I shouldn't have left the house no way. No if and then Hiccup and Blue knows she's scared. She's scared for her life. She's scared. She don't want them to know she's scared. She tough. She want to play tough guy. She want to be the tough guy. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna be at the funeral today. Everybody neck gonna be turning around looking at the I don't care if you do have police there, don't mean nothing, can't nobody be hit. And you heard Vito say he wasn't going. And you heard Blue. You heard Blue. You gonna be there? Blue said, you gonna be there, Vito. See, they want Vito too. Blue know they want Vito. Blue got mad last night on Reggie show. She want Vito. She want Vito and they want her. You said my girl crazy be up Taja in jail. It ain't even over. It ain't even over. I tell you one thing. They need to get what's the name need to leave out of Alabama. See, one thing about Vito, Vito is on the police side. Vito is on the police side. Vito ain't worried about y'all touching him. Vito old to this game. And like he said, this ain't no street. They've been after Vito for years. They've been after Vito for years. And he ain't been touched yet. Or ever since Tony got shot. Ever since they killed Tony. I never will forget. How they set Tony up. That's how that is. Birmingham, that's how y'all is a set up country. That's what's wrong with it. That what happened to that boy down there. The reason why y'all can't find out what happened to that boy who neck was capitated. He knew something too. It's a mess that women like this. And you can't say women, because they don't consider themselves as women. They don't consider themselves as women. They can't consider themselves as tough men. They need to take that video down or something happened to a human like that. They need to take it off of Clubhouse. They need to pull that mess down. They need to pull that mess out of Clubhouse. I'm glad that what little bit Vito showed. I was glad that he had showed that. And then if you got all that mouth, then keep your mouth shut. If you got all that mouth and you ain't gonna back your mouth up, then keep your mouth shut. And I guarantee you that girl that jumped on that Mahogany jumped on at that stove know what's going on too. That girl who she jumped on at the stove, I guarantee you she in this. It's a mess. Well, I don't blame Vito took it there. I don't blame him. And anyway, the video Vito had up there, he said he wasn't gonna show us all that what they were doing to that girl. He said, I'm not about to show that. Y'all ain't got to pay me or nothing. I'm not gonna show y'all what they did to that girl. I'm not got to show y'all all that. Just imagine, y'all, this took that girl a whole evening. They tortured her that whole evening. And not one person said, y'all, man, this gone too far. Then nobody step in and say, "No, this gone too far, man. This gone, y'all need to stop. This gone too far. Stop, y'all. This enough. Don't do nothing to her. That's it. Y'all don't did all this. She ain't gonna whatever she can't prove. She got to be able to prove. Then nobody stop it. Then nobody say that. Then nobody stop it. They were entertained by it. And then they had the nerve to call people on the phone and see who wanted to get they torture the girl like a dog. All right, let me call him. Michael, you want your okay, Tony, you want your come on over here with Mahogany. She tied up on the floor. God, I can't believe they did nobody like that. This is something that another group of people who do this is people who don't like you, don't like your color, don't like people like you. It's a shame, y'all. They sick. Ain't got nothing to do. Wake up, eating marijuana. And that boy who did that at the end, y'all already put the girl by the dumper. What y'all shoot her for? What he shoot her for? Jeremy, why did you shoot her, Jeremy? You did that like you hate her. You hate her. You hate her. Y'all think y'all in high school. Y'all is not in high school no more. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all ain't in high school no more. Y'all 19 years old, 19 to 20 years old, and y'all still playing high school game. You wouldn't even think nothing like this still exists. They going with each other. They breaking up with each other. I mean, just listening to it on Reddit show, and it was like 3,000 people listening to it. 3,000 people. It wasn't even nothing about thumb up. It wasn't nothing about y'all hit the thumb up. It wasn't nothing about that. It was just about how the people in the chat was behaving, how they was turning against voting on this stuff. It was just too much. Too much. And trust me, the police on this thing. Police were all in it, doing their investigation. And see, I'm gonna tell you another thing. See, last night they had Blue got off of the internet for a minute. Then she allegedly probably got a call to get back on there to keep it going, Blue. Then she called the dude. See, she was told to get back on the internet. See, y'all gotta understand the reason why she didn't get off the internet last night. She kept talking because they want her to keep talking. And when y'all put Vito on it, Vito used psychology on Blue. But they thought that Blue was going the psychology that they wanted to use on Vito didn't work. You can't manipulate him because he a street dude. Well, the folks in the chat on the live last night ain't from Birmingham, so they going to talk noise Vito because they don't know him for real. I know who Vito is, and I'm not even from Birmingham. I know exactly who Vito is. It's some of them people is from Birmingham. Some of them people in there was with Vito. Some of them people on there was with Vito. Some of them people on that chat was with Vito. We know who Vito is. I go a long way with a case with Vito. I go with a long case with Vito on there. You'll be surprised at who know names, who know stuff. And they ain't from where y'all from. They ain't got to live in Birmingham. They can know people from Birmingham. Oh, country town, everybody knows the folks from Birmingham. Know somebody now from Birmingham. There's some people on there. It's some people knew who Vito was. It's a lot of people don't like Vito. But it was more like. And last night he won cloud chasing. Blue was made to stay on there. She didn't want to stay on there. When Blue got off, it was for her to pop back on there. She still tried to cover up her name, but she can't cover up her name. Her name is in this. I don't know people like that. My thing with me, bam. I don't affiliate myself with people, with certain people. I'm just the kind of type that sit back and look and listen. That right there, all them from the same apartments. All them young folks from the same apartment. And then women just, somebody should have said, hey man, this enough. Y'all going too far. Now y'all going too far. Somebody got to say that. Somebody had to say that. Somebody had to say, man, y'all going too far. Somebody had to say that. Somebody had to say that. Y'all can't tell me that nobody say that. Y'all can't tell me nobody didn't say, hey man, nah, man, that's enough. That's enough. And that girl just went up there and popped that good in the mouth. And she went down to the floor like, and came back up like, she thought they were going to let her go. I'm glad they took that. Y'all better pray. Bam, that's your country. That's your state. What's up, Caldwell? The ones that said they left before it got real ugly. You know what? The ones that said they left before it got real ugly should have called the police. They could have saved that girl. They could have saved her. They could have saved that girl. They could have saved her. And ain't nobody called Birmingham police. And nobody called Birmingham. Hey man, send the police out there and so somebody should have said it. Somebody should have called. Somebody should have called and said, man, look, this girl, they dragging this girl. They ain't even have to leave their name. They could have said anonymous. I just want to stay anonymous. Hey, man, they dragging this girl over here. They wouldn't gonna stop her from getting beat up. But they could have said something, Bam. They could have said something. I'm talking about the ones who left there could have called the police. Say, I want to stay anonymous. All I know, I see a girl who getting jumped on. They didn't care about her getting beat up that day. Didn't call when they. See, that's what I'm talking about. That won't fool with people. That won't fool with people. That's why I don't fool with people. I don't fool with nobody. I ain't got to have no whole lot of people around me. They ain't never been like that. See how you say they don't care about her getting beat up? They didn't care. They didn't call when they left. People don't care nothing about you. They like being around that kind of stuff. Still, they involved. They involved in it too. They gonna collect all them people. They gonna collect all them people. They gonna get the ring and they gonna collect all them people. Even though you wasn't there, even if you left, you still were there. You put yourself there. And you put yourself entitled to make a phone call. And what Jeremy was thinking about for Jeremy to take that girl out of there, nobody care about somebody getting beat up. If they were doing more than just beating that girl. They were doing more than just beating her. Nobody care about somebody getting beat up, especially when the person they beating up so-called start mess between them. Well, that makes sense. And then too, the person she don't rob could be sitting right there in the room. She a rob queen, a setup queen. She a setup queen. Well, it's like this, y'all. Y'all live y'all life like that. Y'all lay in y'all bed. So that's where it is. You live your life like that, you lay in the bed. That's the way you choose to live. That's how you live. That's the way it is. Now for the mama to leave there to come to Atlanta. All this went on when the mama came up to Atlanta. All this went on when the mama came to Atlanta. Coincidence. Soon the mama came up here, everything went down. Oh, my mama in Atlanta. Shoot, man, that do what we gotta do. It's like you what goes around comes around. Y'all, this is the real say. This is for real. What goes around comes around. That's the truth. What you did to somebody, somebody else gonna do it to you. I'm saying the ones that left before it got ugly, so they didn't know about all the extra stuff they did. I think okay. Well, they did the right thing. They did the right thing to leave. They did the right thing to leave. And let me go, man. I don't want to get involved in this stuff. I'm about to go. I see what you mean. That's what I'm saying. I wonder who was watching the little girl. What was the little girl? See. Mahogany act like she just one of them children that you got that you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They don't want to listen. You need to think about your children. See, they still playing that high school stuff. They still think they in high school. Baby, the life is. I can't wait till they go to court. I can't wait till they go to court, baby. I'm gonna show no be live. I'm gonna show no be live. I'm gonna show no be live. In that child funeral today, her little girl got to see her mama like this. Open that casket. Open that casket. Have an open casket. Yeah, I just had to come in here today because I looking at the 3,000 people who were watching this on Reggie's show, who were viewing this stuff. Uh, it hurt my feeling that how hard that one can be. How you live your life can affect your living. You know, you rob people, you do this to people. Ain't none of that good. Ain't none of them good. You know. Well, I one thing about it, I can't say. Reggie did warn her. You shouldn't go to that funeral, Blue. You going? You going for real? Then she said, yeah. He said, I wouldn't go. And he did everything he's supposed to say as a content creator. That you shouldn't go to the funeral. You shouldn't eat a Vito. I heard some stuff too. You shouldn't go. And Vito said he wasn't going nowhere. Vito can't go around and stuff like that. That boy from the street. He can't be affiliated with no mess like that. With the stuff that he do. Deep down in my heart, I just don't think Blue care. I don't. I don't. I don't. And by the way, why did the boy call and tell Blue about it? Why did the boy call and tell Blue that did you hear about your friend? Why did he think it was so important to tell Blue that your girl is missing? Why? Why was it important to tell Blue that she was missing? And then Blue said, I was just lying, I was lying, I was just lying. Sunday, it happened on a Sunday. When she started lying, it's just like it's just when she laughed. And she laughed more than one time. And like Vito said, y'all letting that girl fool y'all, man. Y'all letting that girl fool y'all. I don't trust nobody who affiliate themselves with people like that. We gotta, then they gonna, you know what? And we can keep saying, and I'm gonna always keep saying, y'all need to stop. Y'all doing a hate crime. Y'all doing what people who do that hate people, your own kind, to hate a person. Usually people will beat somebody like that and leave it alone and go on by their business. But to execute them, that boy got to be sick. That's a dude. The dude who did her like that don't care about women. The dude who did Mahogany like that don't like women. He don't like women. Jeremy don't like women. He don't. He don't like women. And they couldn't understand where she put that phone in. She hid that phone from them. That's why they were looking for that phone. They were binging that phone. They were binging. They binged Mahogany phone. Yeah, they were trying to find out where that phone was. That's what the detective was doing. And they had a feeling that Blue was communicating with Mahogany. Them girls be acting like they don't be caring, y'all. Them girls that don't be caring, they just be talking. But if they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do to me, they're gonna do to me. And somebody had to know it was gonna happen. They already knew it was gonna happen. It ain't nobody pretend that nobody out that circle knew that something gonna went down that day. They can't say they didn't know that something gonna went down that day. Something gonna go down that day. Something supposed to went down that day. And that's just to get her out the house. Let's lie to her to get her out the house. Hey man, get her out the house. Deja, bring her to me. And they kept on saying somebody was somebody's cousin. Even the guy who was over at Mahogany said, that's my cousin. So whoever got robbed, It's thrown in it too. It still ain't over. It's still more going on in this investigation. It's still more to this. It's still some names allegedly that involved in this. Don't she have a baby daddy? She got a baby daddy. She don't communicate with her sister. It ain't over, y'all. It ain't over. Y'all go ahead on and have a good day. I just hope they take down all the videos. This is a hate crime group. This a hate crime group who don't even like the people who are around them. They don't even like the people who surround it, who they have surrounded themselves with. They don't. They don't like you. They don't like themselves. You can look it all on. Got up this morning. Got up that day and just went through a whole day of torture. Ooh, well. Yeah, all we know that it could have been in the mix. It could have been mixed in the mix. But it supposed to went down that day. They got to have a plan. You can't just get up one morning and say, "Oh, let's kill Mahogany." You planned it. You planned it. They planned this. They planned this situation. They already lined it up what they were gonna do. It's a plot. It's a setup. And you got to find out who set it up. Who the setup queen? Who the setup queen? It was planned. A group just don't sit around each other for nothing. This is what is supposed to happen. But this not what is supposed to happen. Y'all took it too far. Y'all took it to the extreme. And y'all kept letting it get bigger, longer, 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 longer. Y'all took it to the extreme. Just knowing that Mahogany was laying down there saying, "Come on, you don't did all this to me. Come on, y'all don't did all this to me." She's still on the ground alive. They could have left her like that. Regardless, y'all still locked up. And the sting operation, it ain't no sting operation. It is a sting operation. It's a hate crime group. Y'all put bad names on lesbians and gay people. Y'all put names. Y'all make people look bad. Y'all make people look bad. It's so many nice people out there. Another uh, um, title, nice people, and they don't do this. Y'all have a good day. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all stepping in to listen. I appreciate y'all sharing y'all thoughts and your opinion. Uh, let's see what happened at the funeral.